Welcome back to the channel. I am Joe. We have the GX back in the garage again with a couple more cheap and easy interior upgrades that are just going to make your life a lot better on the cheap in a 470. Stay tuned. Alright, that's right. The last cheap interior mod video I did you guys loved, so I've got some more for you. Let's start by talking about the dash. The dash in the 470, thank you Toyota slash Lexus. For whatever reason, you were great at everything else except for making dashes in the early 2000s. I had the same issue with my 4th gen 4Runner, which I still have my Coverlay dash there. Anybody local wants to buy that, hit me up. I'll make a good deal on it. Anyway, they make a Coverlay dash for the 470, and by itself the price is not awful. The shipping is terrible though, but I mean it's a big huge box. It doesn't weigh anything obviously, but the shipping cost is where it kills you. And I didn't really know what color I wanted to do. I was kind of debating black and tan kind of theme going on that I've seen some people doing. So I didn't want to shell out a bunch of money for a Coverlay dash in the tan or the black and then change my mind. And then of course we have all of the carpet dash covers that are available from the 1970s for your C10 Chevy pickup. Didn't really want to do that either. So after lots and lots of searching, I finally discovered on AliExpress, which a lot of people are familiar with. I was not, because apparently I'm old and out of date. But I was searching on their website and I found this dash cover that I think you all are gonna really like. Let's turn the camera around and take a look at it. Okay, here is the dash cover, and you can see it is, it's not suede, it is not carpet, it is simulated leather, and it's black. Jump right into it. I paid $45 shipped for this from AliExpress. It took like 3, maybe 4 weeks to get here. Not awful. And like I said, I didn't know kind of what theme I wanted to go with on the interior here. As you all know, I hate the tan cream interior of this car. If it was all the same color as the darker gray, wouldn't be too bad. The darker gray up here, but I don't know if you guys can tell. Let's flip this back on the camera. And my dash was awful. It looks way worse in person. At some point, somebody tried to fix it with some like body filler stuff and they airbrushed it, but it's two very different colors. The color it should be, which is not awful, admittedly. That awful, that not so awful. This is even worse. So it doesn't match. So even if I don't know, that's where the biggest confusion came from of what color and what dash I want to do, because this didn't match. And as you can see, like I've got my wrapped panels here with the kind of brushed aluminum stuff, and let's pop this back up. Here I have done the trim panels here as well, but I'm pretty good at wrapping shapes like this, getting intricate places in there, not so much. I can tell you that. So I've gone to this. I spray painted these with some Rust-Oleum. So I sanded them down, used some filler primer, sanded that smooth with Scotch-Brite, a couple coats of Rust-Oleum. That is, what color is that? Oil rubbed bronze metallic. It's like a matte finish. I really like that. I think it kind of blends well. I actually did, let's see, the shift knob here as well, and of course I've got that door over there. So I'm going to do these and these in that color. I like that color. That's what I'm going to settle on. So what to do about this dash cover? It fits pretty good. I don't have it cinched down in place. It came with, let's see, so it's got these Velcro tab finger things here, and it came with 3M stick-on opposite pieces of Velcro for you to Velcro it in the dash. But it's been in the sun for a couple weeks, just kind of getting fitted, and you know, it's $45. I couldn't be happier for $45, really. Maybe if it covered a little bit more of the dash, especially since I've got two different colors, and the fact that this is a third color because it's been painted. First world problems, I know. So that's where I'm at. I think what I'm going to do is, these come out, there's one of those on each side. I'm going to pull those out. I am going to paint those, spray paint those with the interior black paint. And I think what I'm going to do is get some like UV stable flat hobby paint, and I'm gonna use a foam brush and I'm gonna brush on this dash. I really can't make it much worse, but I think between this black and then the painted black dash going down to the darker colored trim panels into the cream, I think that will be okay. And I'm not going to paint the whole dash. You know, that's a waste of time. It's a little, you know, janky, but whatever. That's what I think I'm going to do. And maybe I will continue some more black in the interior. Maybe I will continue some more of this Rust-Oleum spray paint in the interior, trying to tie it all together. But I tell you what, they do offer this in a tan-ish, grayish color. I would love for someone to get one of those and send me a bunch of pictures or some video so that I can share with you guys. Does it match the actual stock interior color? Because that would be really cool. They do make it in a suede also on AliExpress. I preferred this myself. You can get it with or without the center cut speaker, and for any of my viewers in, you know, overseas, they make it with a right-hand drive version as well. There's lots of sellers that offer like this or very similar to this on AliExpress. I will drop a link in the description down below. So there's that $45 dash cover for the GX, which has been an issue. Also, if you're a subscriber to the channel and you've got the hookup at Lexus, I would be more than willing to probably pay a halfway decent price for an actual dash and replace it myself in the factory color. There, I said it. Moving on to the next mod, it has to do with the NAV, factory NAV control in the GX to make it a little bit more livable on the cheap. Alright, if you were unaware, the NAV system in the GXs is actually run by a CD-ROM. Yeah, and it's underneath the passenger's front seat. A couple clips here, you can pull this cover off, and if we zoom in, there is the drive. There is a switch up in the top corner. You have to like push in and over to access the button where you can push it to eject, and you can do that. Your ignition has to be on. Mine's not right now. So the ignition on, slide the button over, eject it, and then what you can do is get on eBay, and link down below, to get this, which is just the updated disc. Comes in 2 discs. They cover the same exact areas, the same addresses and stuff. The only difference is they have north and west split up in the points of interest. So like if you're looking for something specific that you don't actually know what to call it or what the address is, you'll need to split it accordingly, north and south, or east and west. I live in Iowa, so I have the east disc in there. No one's going to use that, admittedly. We all use Waze now, you know, Google Maps, Apple Maps, whatever. But on the NAV versions, we're gonna hop over. I'm gonna turn the key on and show you what the biggest benefit to this upgrade for your $15 is. Hold on. All right, pop the key in here. ATJ Designs key. My other one broke. Had to get one of those. Ignition on. Let's get out of the dome light glare. Notice anything missing? 470 guys with the NAV. No accept button. There's no button that you have to hit to get past that menu screen to get into your NAV radio AC controls anymore. All it does was say like, use your owner's manual when you're parked, don't do stupid stuff while you're driving, etc., etc. So yeah, the disc set, $15, like give or take $1, whatever, shipped on eBay. And you can get rid of that. If somebody would have said, hey, for $15, here's a mod to get rid of that accept button on your screen, I would have paid $15 just for that. And now I have slightly better up-to-date maps. I've never used the nav system on this. It's not hard, it's a pain in the butt to navigate, to get into the system, to enter things. It's just not very 2021 user friendly, in my opinion. There you have it, folks. About $60 to really upgrade and a little bit of updating the front of your GX passenger compartment with the dash and the nav system with, let's be honest, no actual work. Switching out a disc, laying that dash cover in there, the most difficult thing there would probably be using some alcohol wipes to wipe down where you're actually going to stick those 3M double-sided tape things to hold the dash in place. So, of course, I will drop links to the dash cover and the DVD or CD-ROM. Wow, it's really odd having to say CD-ROM. I haven't said that in 20 years probably. The link to that in the description down below. Also, I will link my Instagram, my Facebook, where I'm posting photos of all this stuff all the time, much more often than once a week. And if you're new to the channel, that's when we drop videos, once a week, every Sunday. Sometimes Wednesdays, sometimes not. So stay tuned for those bonus episodes. If you subscribe and click the notifications, you'll know when those videos come out. Anyway, make sure to hit the backlog catalog of videos on the GX build, the 4Runner build before that, and all the other 4x4 builds and all that stuff that I've done on the channel. We've got a lot more stuff coming. The DIY winch install in the front of this. More on that fiery red winch that I got a few weeks ago, which has been installed on Chris's FJ with my reused DIY hidden winch mount from the 4th gen 4Runner that got wrecked. That was a mouthful. So that is living in there at the moment. We'll be covering that. Anyway, until the next video drops, thank you for watching. Take care. Goodbye.